Okay, Stu's house. Front door looking out to the street. You can see it in the outside video I took earlier, but there's this Arctic entryway he put in. This was all originally outside, but he had this put in sometime after he moved. It's kind of chilly in here. Some of the artwork he had hanging in. This is his living room. From what we're told, he didn't use this room. Those windows on either side of the fireplace he put in. As well as the track light and the two skylights. The skylights are interesting as below the glass, those are mirrors all the way around that reflect the light better. Also from this room you can see the staircase going up. There's this little balcony area up here, which we'll go up there later. This is his dining room. Buffet. These are the rocks I had mentioned before that he had collected and polished or waxed or something and had them on top of the buffet.
Oh, did he? Yeah. How much?
You paid $2,000, it was a $5,000 credit.
Oh, really? Huh.
Nothing's been moved. This is exactly the way he left it.
Really? Yeah. I'll be darned.
Barb, I'm not sure, but this looks like one of the boxes you or Rocky would have made. Not sure. But there's definitely is that style of origami that Rocky was showing us. This is Tim's favorite part of the house, is these salt and pepper shakers.
You know, I would like those,
Yeah.
and I have written proof that he wants me to have them.
They're all yours. But I can say with great confidence that that is something my father sent him, because that looks exactly like something my dad would have done.
I'll be darned.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want them. They're all yours. Yeah, there you go, Barb.
That, those salt and pepper shakers, and this transistor radio I'd like to have.
Yeah, sure. I don't,
This
yeah.
one right here, emergency radio, you know, you crank.
Oh, cool. Yeah. I actually had an old radio at home. It was made by Lloyd's, and it was one of the old multi-band radios. It had like two shortwave bands. They were labeled for marine, air bands, AM, FM, and it was wonderful. It was about yay big, and I had it forever, and it just stopped working one day, and I kept it forever, and then it got moldy, and I just was like, time to go. I got to part with it. But Stuart had given it to me, I want to say probably in 1975. It was very early, it was really neat though. I loved it. Yeah. Now you guys can recognize this. As you can see, he wasn't much of a decorator. He seemed to really lean on push pins for hanging his artwork. It's typical single guy kind of thing to do.
The house is reasonably clean.
Yeah, it's very
I
clean.
don't think he hired anyone for cleaning.
Yeah, it is. It's very neat and clean. Here's his kitchen. It's typical single guy kind of place. Here's some rocks he was washing, which we figure might have come from the front stoop. There's a on the steps, along the sides of the steps, are all his river rock, and it looks like he may have been cleaning these up for the spring. That's pretty much all the dishes he owned. Oh, there's some in here I didn't see before. A few more things there. Stove probably hadn't been used since he bought the house. Man of simple tastes. Tuna fish, baked beans, oatmeal, and peanut butter. Remember, he loved Doonesbury. I don't know if you guys remember his email signature, but you don't need a weatherman to know which way the wind blows. A little pantry in here. Very good with his dental hygiene, as you can see with the prescription mouthwash. Interesting about the kitchen floor, that's in the closet. You can see the difference in the color. I don't know if maybe the floor had been waxed or what, but it's kind of interesting where the floor color had changed. Yeah. And out of the kitchen, just a couple of steps down. There's Aaron. Into his closet, he had a lot of fleeces. And there's that backpack I was talking about. The central vacuum in the house, I don't know whether it works or not, but it looks like the parts to it. But this is the room he basically lived in, as Tim was telling us. This was his place that he stayed most of the time and hung out. I mean, I get it. This is, if I was in my own house by myself and I wanted my stuff close at hand, this is probably how I would do it. Yeah, tools, a craft table, paper cutter, your typical office supplies. As you can see, very organized. He just had some dental work done, it looks like, back in January. An implant crown. So he had some implants. That's what that is. There's the Many Lives, Many Masters I sent him a couple years ago. This is Cornell University College of Hotel Management yearbook, reunion yearbook, 25th anniversary reunion book. I'll make sure we get we'll put a piece of tape on that. So what we decided, Tim has asked us to do is if there's stuff in the house that we wanted, put a piece of blue painter's tape on it, and that way he would know where it's going. And once everything's cleared, he's going to be able to gather it all together and put it in the mail for us. There's this chair he hung out in. It's very comfortable. I can see why he would stay in there. But if you notice, Atlas of the World right by the chair. Road Atlas right by the chair. He loved to travel. Lots of great memories of travel, and loved to hear about our travels. Everything he needed right at his fingertips. And as you can see, he enjoyed the herbal supplements, which isn't really much of a surprise to any of us. Some photo albums that he had put together. And kind of trying to see if I can remember when he had injured his leg and was wearing a boot. Sounds familiar, but I don't know for sure. And a picture of Aaron and Jen's wedding right by his fireplace. Some old bank statements, fireplace tools. His weather station you can look at right from his chair. Little mini fridge. Honest to God, man cave here. And as I remember, Stu was always fanatic about keeping his teeth clean and taking care of his dental hygiene. So he still is. Oh, looks like we got some more. Oh boy, yep. More herbal supplements. That's pretty typical though, a lot of empty cabinets. He didn't keep a lot of stuff. Well, these are all empty. Nothing in here. What was that? Okay, yeah. That was one of the pieces I think he was going to send to me that he never got to. Looks like he had some laundry going, or started it. This is the backyard. There's a hot tub right there. Tim says probably hasn't been used in 20 years, so yeah. And chemicals and filters and stuff for it, but doesn't seem like he used it. Fire detector and the instructions right next to each other. And here's the bathroom where he passed away. It was in here. He was found right against the wall there. And we go downstairs. It's the big open room. closet, some furniture. Again, it's all empty. Bedroom, big walk-in closet, completely empty. There's a guest bedroom. Don't know if anybody stayed here very often, but it was ready if they did. Big closets. Nothing in there. Looks like it's been made up for a while. And there's a, this was a 3/4 bath. Yep. There's a shower, toilet, access to a sump pump area. There's his walker. Shoehorn. Sounds so Henry. Have a shoehorn in every door. His garage. It's a typical 2-car garage. That's where he used to have a couple of litter boxes for 2 cats he had. And the cats could access that from inside the house through a pet door. A pretty standard garage. Kinds of things you'd expect to see. Some old furniture and hardware and some tools and whatnot. And through here, you got a woodworking shop. Radial arm saw, drill press, bench grinders, chop saw, a bunch of different types of handheld power tools. His gardening stuff, some flower boxes, coolers, things of that nature. Down here, a little greenhouse. It doesn't look like he used it for much planting, but it's possible. And his lawnmower's out here and some more garden hand tools. Turn that off. Back out of the garage into the house. It's furnace and all that. Looks like it's all gas, hot water baseboard. Couple of gift cards, parking passes, business cards, emergency contacts, a couple old wristwatches. Up the stairs to the bedrooms. There's another big empty bedroom. This is funny. Papers only. Dump contents in house before stealing the safe. Thank you. Papers only. Please dump the contents in the house before stealing the safe. Thank you. Kind of funny. More paperwork. Looks like he kept all the statements from the trust. And here's that door I was telling you about with the note. This is the door to the closet in the master bedroom. Why not still there? Note the strangeness to which side the hinges are. Why open to black out the light? Well, I gotta say I would have been wondering about that if not for that note. So thanks, Uncle Stu. Looks like the bathroom he was primarily using. And the water's shut off to this toilet, so maybe it had a leak and he was working on it. The lid's off, but yeah, it's typical bathroom. There's Aaron. This is Stu's bedroom. Some artwork. A few nicks, a few knacks. And pins and buttons, I assume, from places he went, things he did. Tie tacks. And I knew he was into running and doing marathons and swimming and stuff, but it looks like he was pretty successful. A lot of first place ribbons here. From events he entered. First place, 10K in 2003. Not sure where that's from, but he obviously meant something to him. Okay, he didn't have a lot of clothes. Yeah, just your typical, what you would normally, everything's nice and neat and put away. It's an older robe, but he looks very cozy. Look at that. January 1989. Barbara was 26. Ruth Hanson. So the calendar was hanging on his wall. I wonder if he has my birthday marked in here. Yep, Andy was 21. So yeah. Yeah. HBW 83. He kept track of all that stuff. Yeah, there's me. HBW lowest anniversary, 57th. Yeah. Alden. And I'm sure Eileen's on here too. Yep. Look at that. Another bathroom, master bathroom. Again, doesn't look like he used this one, although it has a jetted tub, which is pretty cool. So Garen's found some stuff.
This is a high school diploma.
Look at that. High school diploma. Military service credit, which is very glad he did that. Class of 57, Maumee High School picture. Cornell.
That's like his fraternity thing or something.
Yeah, Sigma Phi Epsilon. Trying to see if I can find him. Guess it's not alphabetical. I'm sure there he is. No mistake in that. Look at that. Christmas cards. Looks like he saved all the Christmas cards we ever sent him. I think that's really sweet. Ford family history. Oh, Susan Ness sent him all the stuff back.
He
Yeah.
stuffed it in a filing cabinet.
Well, it's typical. But it's nice that she sent it back, so I would definitely like to get that to put it with the rest of the family history. Was all this like this when you came in here?
Huh?
Was that all that stuff on the floor like that?
All the stuff that's on the bed was on the floor. And all that
It was all on the floor?
was on the floor.
Really? Those were high school letters I take, I assume, from his high school days.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah,
It's
those
just
would, they would put those on a jacket.
it's like Michigan stuff or something. I don't know.
Mommy high school.
So,
Yeah, socks.
this is all empty. Shoe brush.
Hey, he's got a VCR. Imagine that. And here's his closet. Didn't have a lot of clothes, as you can see. He had just, a few shirts. I mean, it's all nice, decent, heavy duty, good quality stuff. Duluth Trading Post. Suitcase. Yeah, this sweater I'm gonna ask for because it looks familiar. I don't know. It almost seems like it would have been something Henry would have worn, but it's a size medium, so I don't know, but it's definitely older. Eddie Bauer sweater, and he's got a few pairs of pants and a couple of belts. And all these drawers are empty. This is his when he retired. The job notification for whoever was going to be replacing him. Everybody in the office signed it. It's very nice. Yeah. A couple of magazines, and I don't know what this is. Just an empty box. Not sure. It appears he took this blind down to clean it or something and just taped a towel to the window.
It's laying in the
Yeah.
in here.
Interesting thing too, these little weather monitors are all over the house. Yeah. Bunch of padlocks. Typical allergy stuff, nothing shocking.
Not yet.
Yeah. He was an Old Spice guy, obviously. And there's this little area above the kitchen and the dining room and the living room. It's another one of Iggy's needle points. She must have made this for Stu after he moved up here. So I put my name on this one to get this back home. Yeah. This room here looks like there had been something here at one point, but it's all empty now. And this looks down over the family room or the living room. But overall, the house is very large. It's very tidy. It could use some paint, but it's very solid. It's a lot of space for a single guy, and obviously he couldn't find uses for all of it. But I'm sure that a family is going to be very happy here. Lots of room for kids. It looks like a very nice, quiet neighborhood. Traffic seems to drive pretty slowly around the neighborhood. There's still a lot of snow and stuff on the streets you can kind of see, but Yeah, people seem to drive pretty slowly. The houses are all, I'd say 2,500, 3,000 square feet throughout the whole neighborhood. But yeah, that's about it. That's the house. And that's Uncle Stu. It's kind of strange being back here, or being here. Never was here before, but, you know, just kind of get a good sense of the guy. So, yeah. Alrighty. I'll put this on the YouTubes a little later this afternoon and send you guys the links, and you can all get the view of it that we got.